Okay, so this is going to be part 2 of making this little Apothecary kit from Polka Art Studio. We've got the first part done to the best. We had a little problem here that I had to figure out because these pieces didn't match. So when I was going through part 1, I was trying to explain to you to make a piece like this here. So we had to add a little piece on, and I was trying to make sure that you added a piece that's sturdy enough, and I made a piece that's about 2 inches long or so, 1.5 to 2 inches. Yeah, 2 inches, so that can fit under there, and in under here we'll flip this up and insert that there. So then we just crease that. I made a little bit of an extra gusset on it, 1/4 of an 1/8 of an inch there. And so we ended up with this, and we did that so that we could extend this little flap so that it would reach to this top. And that's how we solved that issue. So I'll just get up higher a little bit. So that's how I figured out we'll just do that to solve that issue there. I'm not sure what we'll do about a closure at this point. May just do a ribbon and go from the back here and around. I have to see what I'm going to end up using this for, because I'm not going to just make just this. I'm going to end up doing something else with it. And I have these beautiful prints as well. I think these are called from Design 24, I think she's called. I will link her for sure because it's beautiful stuff. Anyway, so I've got a number of these beautiful spices and essential oils and herbals. So I'm going to see if I might be able to incorporate these two together, because they're both, again, the same kind of jewel tones, and they're both the apothecary theme. So let's move on now to getting this interactive piece that needs to go in the middle. There's the instructions, which basically, I don't know, pretty much they give you a bit of a vague idea, but really it's certainly not for beginners. If you have an idea of how you put things together, you could probably figure it out from this, but it does say to visit the YouTube channel to watch the full video, and I did that as well. She doesn't talk and explain to you, but she does show what she's doing. So I got all the pieces together here, and we're gonna try and just put it together our way and hope that it's close to what she's done, and if not, it doesn't matter, it'll be our way. All right, so okay, so looking at the paper, we have this page and this page with a little tab on the top. We have 4 pockets, and we have another page that's like the background paper page, and we can see that these are stacked on top of this one page here. So we're going to do that first. I'm going to stack those. So I went back in, and I had printed these upside down when I printed the back. For the background, I used these little bottles, and so that just gave me the opportunity to print another page and then glue that on, so that made these a little bit stronger. So that worked out okay. So we're going to be putting this, let's get all these other things out of the way, and I've gone through as well and inked all the edges around everything, and that helps to hide some of the cut lines that aren't perfect. So that's a good thing. Gotta just try and remember to do them all and do both sides. It helps to just kind of bring it all together. And like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to actually be doing with this in the end, but for now, this is what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is kind of just put that on to this, take this page, put that onto the back, onto there. You can line it up to the bottom if you like to do that kind of thing. Then take the next size and put that on, and then the smaller one, and put that on. So they can go as high or as low as you want to spread these out. I'm going to keep them all a little bit lower here because I like that look. So once they're all done, just turn that over. We've got them in order now, and we're just going to get some really good glue and glue those on. So, like I said, because I might be using this for something later, I'm going to make it with the good glue and hope that it's going to stick a little better than that Yoo-hoo glue, because that wasn't sticking too good at all. So I've gone back to this stuff. I call it the good glue. I don't know that it's that much more pricey when you think about it. So I'm just gonna glue them 1, 2, and 3, like the order that they are, and just glue those onto the back like that. And that, and I maybe move that one up just a titch. So there we go. That's gonna get those on there. So that will go on there. I'll take a few little clips to just clip those on to dry, and leave those while we move on to the next piece. So this one's a little Yankee. Let's get that one on a little bit better. So like flip it to the front and see if you need to fix anything. And hopefully when you lined it up, it worked out okay. So that's what those are going to be like. So that was simple enough. Now we're going to take this piece, and this piece is going to cover up all of those when we glue that on there. That's just going to cover those up, and that'll be cool. But I think what she does is she takes this double piece, number 10, the excuse me, background piece, and just glues that into here. Now I think she actually just slips that in the top there like that. Right, so if we open that up, we'll just take that. So I'm going to make sure that the opening is on this side in case I want to use that as a pocket. So I'm not going to glue the whole background together at this point. I think all I'm going to do is glue this tab onto this side at the top. And fold that down. So that's on there, and that's hooked now to that page. That page flips from there, and this is pretty much it. Then they have these pockets. She has some pockets. I think these are probably okay now. So she has some pockets. She goes back in. Oh, maybe she did leave that open. So we can decide whether we want to put that in here or cover this up on this side, because or what are we going to do? What do we want to do? Let's have a look what she's done. Okay, it looks like she's going to glue this piece on the reverse here. So that's just going to leave, but then she glued this together. So that's not going to be very pretty the way that I've got it. So I've got to think of something else that I might do. So at this point, I might just have to bring in one of my other papers Let me think about this. All right, so she's got it like this, the piece, and then that flaps up. And so we need a piece on here for sure, because we have to cover up that. So let's just put that, let's just glue that onto there. Okay, so I've just glued that onto the, to that piece there, but I don't like that. I mean, it's good when you flip it up, it's there, it's on your top piece there. I don't know that that's the way she's got that, because, okay, let's just assume that's right. Then we've got to find the piece that goes on here, which is this little pocket, which would go on there, but that means when you flop that down, well, I could put it down here, I suppose. I could forget about it. So what she has done is put a piece in here as a pocket. So I'm just gluing around the edges. This doesn't have any flat tabs. It's a flat pocket. So if you want to be able to put more things in here, when you're cutting this out, just extend a little bit out on each side and at the bottom to make the envelope tabs, like we did when we made the little envelopes in part 1, when we made the little envelope there. And here, remember those little tabs came out around and around the sides, around the bottom. So this one is just a flat pocket. It's just going to go on here. Try and match up your picture so that it doesn't look too weird. And that goes on there. And that's that. Okay, so I've diverted as I usually do. What I've decided to do with this was, I might put a pocket on there. I still have that to do if I want to, but I just glued a piece of my own printables, that Design 24, the spices. I like that one, so I put that on there on the bottom of that page. I'm going to leave this as a pocket for now, so all I'm going to do is glue the top and the bottom like that, and that will become a nice space here for a big pocket if we want to put stuff in there later. If not, we can always glue it up later. And then I thought on the back, since I was talking about making making this pocket a little bit more of able to hold more, like right now it can hold a tag, but it's not going to hold a lot. Maybe this is too flimsy to actually hold a lot, but I thought I'd just show you what I was talking about. So in the ephemera pages, there is this little page, this little print, and I cut this out of the corner of the page, and it's on this page down here in the corner. So I left this so that I can cut those tabs that I'm talking. So I'm going to just show you what I'm talking about. So simple. And I'm sorry if for some people this is too simple. I've been asked by some people to show a little more detail. And so I thought, well, this is simple and I'm just trying to learn this myself. So let's just make the whole thing more simple. So then you just fold those up. Fold up those. Now this is still just made out of that linen paper, so it's not insanely strong. But I thought I'd just put a little pocket on here. Right? So I thought I'd just put that. So do the bottom first, then your pages don't get stuck. Fold it underneath this piece, and then anything that you put inside doesn't get stuck. And then, geez, am I right? Totally out totally out of it. Sorry. So I just glued those, folded those edges over and glued them, right? And then I can stick this on this back page right there. And then we've got a little pocket. So we can stick something in here. Sorry about the little ratty looking piece here. This is from the last kit I just did. Oh, not a kit. Last project I just worked on with Tracy Fox. The Curious Case. If you haven't seen that, it was fun. So there we go. That's it. That's what you get in here. So there's that. And then there's another one. So we've ended up with a couple of pockets. I don't really want to put another pocket on the back. You could. I think I'm just going to leave those like that for now. Maybe I'll decorate those with some, I don't know, ghoulies or something relevant to the design. She does have little bottles and other things in the kit that we went through, so some of those might be kind of cute to add. So what I'm going to do is just cut out a few of these and use them as little tags. Okay, so here we are. I cut out some of those little tags, like I say, inked them around, left them plain on the back. This one is a doubler, so I punch a little hole, and I will put a little ribbon or something, probably, or some twine, I'm not sure. When I figure out what I'm going to actually do with this later, I will finish those little pieces up like that, but I thought I kind of like that tag. So here's what we ended up with. Here's your little insert. The flip and another flip. I could put some words on here. I don't know, something to do with the file. I don't know. Potions, elixirs, tonics, maybe. I see she does have these words as well, but they're too big. They're too big to use the entire label, so I might just cut those out and put those on. There's your first pocket. And this then flips up. I didn't put anything on there. Maybe that would be a good spot to hang the tag. Not sure what I'm going to do yet. This is the page. It was just the background page. I added my own little digital graphic on there. And then that flaps back down. And then on the back, I made a corner pocket. And you can put some tags in there as well. So I made 3 little tags. I cut out 3 little tags. And they're a little small for my liking, but you could put those in there. Plus, they're, like I say, they're just on paper right now, so they need to be finished up. So I'll just stick those in there for now. I do have some decoupage paper like this that I kind of like. So I might go through and do this kind of thing, add more of this. But today, that's it for today. So thanks for joining me. I will show you how this fits into this first piece, the part 1. So there were little pockets here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can put things in there. There's, you know, quite a bit of ephemera still, if you want to use that kind of thing, you know, like she's got some circles and some little bits that can go on, which one day I might, when I come back to this, I'm going to be moving on to something else though, and I'll just keep this in my stash. I want to cover this up somehow with something, maybe even just writing. Makes it a little bit better, right? I'll just decoupage that onto there. Okay, so my camera shut off again for some reason. I'm not sure what is going on. Camera on strike, I guess. But I just wanted to say goodbye properly and do a quick lookity-loo here through and say I think the kit has got some beautiful prints to it. The instruction is a little lacking for a beginner. If you're a beginner, I don't know if you should take the kit, but the graphics are gorgeous, and if you have a little bit of knowledge or you can adapt things, then you can make your own. It'll turn out really cool. And that's what we ended up making. And a little insert here, a little tag, and that's going to go in and go on to there. So of course, when I was putting things away, I found a box, just a box. Yes, a crafter, only a crafter would get excited about an old box, I think, hey? But I found this box, and turns out that this box is almost perfect size for, well, I think it's pretty close to perfect. This will fit in there. And I'm thinking for the next project, I've always wanted to do a little apothecary cabinet kind of thing. So I'm thinking I might just do that for my next project, and then keep the little booklet in here somehow, and do the little apothecary stuff here, or keep it here and then do some shelves or something up here. Probably down here because they won't fall out unless they're all glued on, I guess. Anyway, it's, let me get you way up here. That's what I might do. I'm kind of inspired about that because I've been thinking about maybe doing something like that, making a little apothecary shelf. I have some things. I have some little jars and bottles and some labels that I just ordered from the Tim Holtz site, Halloween labels and things. So I might just, yeah, do something with this. So stay tuned. There may be a part 3. Anyway, thanks again so much for joining me. I hope that you've had fun and working our way through this and figuring out how to put a kit together. And coming up with a cool little unit here. Okay, so take care once again. Thanks for joining me. It's Jackie from White Raven Book Rook on Vancouver Island. Bye now.